Welcome back to Victoria and Part 3 of the March 2021 community map. So I got the gears and stuff, got the science. So this time I'm really heading towards getting into basically the second tier of assembly machines and belts, and hopefully getting onto trains. I do want to go get that iron gear wheel, and at some point I am going to need to do some oil, and as the radar revealed the map, this oil is not next to water. And I don't see any oil that is next to water, so probably I want to train it, or I guess I could maybe pipe it. Somewhere over. This here actually looks quite good for refinery, because there's a lot of empty space, a bit of cliff there, but I can get rid of that easy enough. So it provides a good bit of water for the refineries, for cracking and stuff that require water recipes. And it's also out of the way of the main bus, so it's not going to get in the way of this stuff. And then I'll just take the products across. And in fact, looking at this, like, circuits is the thing I need to solve, like, right now. So I don't really want to have to wait until I get trains, because even if I skip this, I think I still need this to finish anyway. Still quite a lot of science. And the circuits aren't really all that far, and there's also cliffs in the way. It's a bit messy for running a track over there. I think I can just run a belt along here. Well, actually, let's go along here, because it misses the big forest. And I'll just link in, the same as I did for the gears. And probably I've got plenty of transport belts and stuff already in the little assembly factory area. So I brought the power over here, so this should just be some simple strips, and actually I forgot to mention this is right next to water. I can see it on the map. So that's where I'm going to get the water from for mining these circuits. And although this is quite a big patch, I think probably still only need a single belt. So I'm just going to do a single belt, do these, put some power poles in. Actually, these power poles also is nice. They line up a lot better with these size of miners, so you can like tile it a lot easier like that. So do I need one more miner there? One more miner there, I believe. Yeah, I'm just going to have these belts, merge them together, get the water there. I do have a pump, so let's just get the water first. That's probably the more interesting bit. The pump doesn't need power, it just uses magic. Bring that pipe over there. And then I'm going to bridge across. Actually, that can go there. And actually, I like this because then you can still get through. It doesn't block movement. Bridge across there. And yeah, I can go like that. So then they go there. So the reason not to, I could just put one piece there, but I like to be able to like get through. I think that's more convenient. And looks like that science is done while I was doing this. They will have water, so I'll go back. I'll finish this off, put the belts down, go back, and I can look at doing red belts. And so for now, I guess this will kind of sneak around the coal here. So it's come in kind of there. Going to try and fit through this gap in the cliff. I think this is probably the easiest way. There, looks good. I don't want to go straight into there because it'll stop these miners finishing this deposit. I want them to actually finish the deposit. Actually, I want to do it first. I'm going to actually set them as priority. I'm going to do the same with the gears, just because getting this out of the way I think is going to be preferable. So I can use the splitter with an input priority. And I'm going to actually do the same over here for the gears, like I said. That side. Do need to do a balancing on the two sides of the belt. So I can do that here, I guess. So that's going to come, basically do this so you can side load onto both sides. That's because I kind of like this here to like mine out first and be gone, because this is probably where I'm going to be putting trains and stuff later on. And there should be the circuits there. The circuits are coming along slowly. So for fast logistics, it should just be a case of adding this, this, and this. This will actually need the same sort of layout. That pole's in the way. I'll just change the power poles. It's going to go towards the express ones, so it'll be long out, long in, power pole. Make some more of those as well. Same idea with this. Yeah, that's the spot. So long in, or long out, then it could be long in. Find a place to put the power pole. I was going to start getting rid of the. Nope, that's not quite right. Put one there instead then. That's right. Start getting rid of the smaller power poles because they do get in the way. And then same for the underground. Going like that. And then that can go in there, and that would be the next one. That wants lots of gears. This wants gears and probably circuits, if it does. And this wants, I imagine, just gears. And actually this also does want an input, that would be useful for it. And in terms of quantity, I'll probably go for a few stacks of those, one of those, and one of those. That all looks good. Next big production I think is going to be engines, because I need engines to make cars, I need engines to make trains, I need engines to make robots. So that's going to be to make pipes, I think. Then I can do, I can't say 9 is a convenient number. Let's just start with 9, so that's going to be engines. Put that on there. And then the pipes, I'm not going to bust the pipes because you don't need them for many things. It's 2 iron plates to a pipe. It is technically a reduction in size, but I just don't find it worth it. So let's go do that on site. So I need the pipes here, and I also need gears and steel. This just needs iron. So iron can come in here, it will just come to an end. Got a splitter there. Pipes will go onto here, and then gears and steel can go onto this one. Actually, I was just looking at how the power poles go. I'm going to make 8 because the 9th one is actually the pipes, and it makes the power poles a nicer pattern, or just to make it look nice, I guess. And I was going to leave them on this belt for the time being until I need them for something particular, because I don't need that many for like making cars and trains right now. And at some point I'll put the electric engines here. And now I've got some of these fast transport belts, I'm going to run up here and do the upgrade that I had planned out before. And then I can get rid of this mess as well while I'm at it. So what I'm going to do is replace that belt and then just pick these up. I'm going to pick them up rather than using the bots because there's a lot of items. They kind of struggle when there's lots of items to pick up. I've actually built more science and I need to get some good progress on that now. But before I worry about that, the next upgrade is going to be to start getting these tier 2 assembly machines. So my plan for that's going to be, I'm going to put one here, one space away. And that's going to direct insert. I can then get rid of this chest, repurpose it over to here. It's now going to store tier 2s. And I think I need steel for these, so I have to bring steel along here or something. So have this here, this here. This will use both of these resources. Give it some power. And yeah, steel. I'm going to bring steel along here, I guess. And I already have 48 of these furnaces as it happens, so I'm just going to actually extend this rather than wait for the steel ones. Because I've not quite got the steel ones yet, I've got some other research to do and I want to start on those trains. So this will be a quick fix for this. And while I'm up here, I'm going to use stone for those train tracks. It's stone and steel. So I'm going to use this one for the stone. I think this one I said would be coal at some point if I need that. So I'm going to get rid of these now. And just put electric miners on here, nothing particularly special, just a couple of strips. And maybe I'll move it over one so it just lines up better with where the ore patch is. So stone coming down there, quite conveniently rail track also uses iron sticks, so I can put this here for the rail track, and I've got my stone there, steel there, and the iron sticks here. Have another box kind of like that for those, so that's output, input. Put a power pole somewhere, put a power pole somewhere, and then a pair of inputs. And I probably want like, let's go 6 stacks of track. So again, some bits of track. Looking at this, I think there's a cliff here. I don't think that's not, no, it's not enough space. I want one more tile, so I think I'll go below that cliff. Okay, that hits the cliff. I can go there though. Cancel that because I don't have explosives there. Don't have explosive yet, and I want the 2 tiles in between because if you try and do like an S-bend, okay, whilst I'm doing that, if you try and do an S-bend and it doesn't try and do something too stupid, I don't know why I'm insisting on putting that tile there, but an S-bend looks like this. So 2 tiles of spacing is gen best. So that's going to make the track come along here. And I've already got the gears here with the belt, so maybe what I'll do is I'll put the station here. And then I'm going to run up northwards, probably along that sort of line, to that mine there. Put the power along the rail track, and that'll be my first train. Also I got the car made, so that's going to give me some faster transport around if I had some coal still. Might have just dumped it in here somewhere. Well, it can be a wood-powered car for the moment. I'll get some more coal. That's going to give me faster transport to actually get over there. It's going to save me a lot of time not running back and forth. And since I'm playing local, I'm not running on a remote server, I'm not got to worry too much about the lag issues with the car, which can be quite infuriating sometimes. So I think for the station, leave a little bit of space just in case I've got something. And then it can, not there, it can come up here. And I'm going to do a 1x4 train to start with, I think. And oh yeah, these are going to be on the left hand side. I'll have the rail signals soon enough. I do have the station, so let's just get a station so I can plan it. So the station will go here. It's going to show me the highlights, at least when I hover it. So that's 3. I need a little bit more space for the 4th carriage, or 4th wagon rather. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks good. And I'm going to roughly double it so that if I had a train waiting, the train can wait somewhere out of the way. And then for now that just needs to come down to there. And then over here, making these bots run around a bit, I guess. Now I've got some spare batteries. How am I doing? Spare batteries should be going in. Then power poles can go down the middle, and I'll have to do the signals in a second. I just kind of want to wait for that. In an ideal world, I'd have the signals done at the same time as do the power, because it's just easier. You can do it with like blueprinting. I did, however, manage to get my train, so that's pretty nice. And that stance is finally done. So make a load of signals, mostly regular signals. I do want a few train signals. And I'll do all the like detailed bits probably later at some point. For now I just want this repetitive bit that I'm going to be blueprinting along the way. Which is I want basically a stretch of track to go between 2 power poles with signals. And that's what I'm going to build like all the way. Just kind of slowly move along building this. So I ran out of gears again. I think what I want is for the station though to be about here, because there's not really space there for a vertical one. So if I put that there, station, then I want it to be in this direction. And then if I do ever add a second train, the second train can wait down here. And I think that's like the tidy way of doing it. It does technically, didn't mean to do that. It does technically make the tracks kind of cross here, but I don't really think that's an issue, so that's going to come on there. And then this one will cross over here. And then that will be a train signal, because I want it to not block this track by accident. Signal there. That's a priority line. Signal there. That one needs to move slightly because it's too close to the junction, I think. The game doesn't like it. And then one signal somewhere over here on the... I should be there, just at the end of the turning loop. There rather. So I ran out a bunch of resources, ran out of batteries and stuff, but pretty much got the layout here, so I'm going to get the car and go back, put the fuel in the car to get those resources, but basically I'm going to have the 4 wagons here with these splitters to sort of balance them out. And I've got a lot of miners there, I just need to get them power and stuff, and then this train will be ready to go. So I'm still missing a few miners, and fill those out later, and I'm still missing a power pole somewhere. I'll put the power pole in when I'm on the way back. But this is now done for the time being. And this train should be able to take me all the way back. I'll just watch the power poles to see where I missed one. Just following the little copper line there. Kind of hard to see on the horizontal, but I can see the poles. And okay, there's one missing there. So this can... actually it can go off and do its thing. And I'm going to let the bots build this bit. This is where I was crossing this thing, because this was kind of technically not part of the line right now, but I did need that power pole. And this should be a couple of chain signals to not block everything. So for unloading, unloading is going to be pretty much the same deal. Have a line of crate, unload onto there, onto there, and I think if I've got this right, it's like that. Then the power poles can go there. I hope I did actually put power poles on those ones. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'll go fix that in a moment. Let's call this back. I'm going to put like a... let's go throw full cargo and so it won't be able to leave. But yeah, that's how that should look. Bring power to this one. Let's go test this one with a single gear. So I'll put a gear in there. Nope, it's the wrong way around. I just want to see, remind myself which side of the belt it puts it. So now I can have the 4 of these. 4 of these will then go straight into a merge. would be, I guess I could go copy paste the one from up there. Would have been a little bit quicker. Or better yet, I can make it into an actual blueprint. So that's going to merge into there. And for the time being, I think I've only got one line of gears. But I might do two at some point, so let's just take two for... No, I thought it did automatic underground, so why is it not doing it? It's in like the tree there, I guess. So that's coming along there. So there will actually be two here, and these will need to be undergrounds for the rail track, because the rail track can't go under the belt. It has to be the belt going under the rail track. And I guess I'll do the merge here eventually. It'll be... kind of want to have input priority on this... nope, that side. Because I want to also empty this one before I empty that one. Like get the smaller ones emptied first. And then I'll be down to using only trains. So this can link here. And at some point I'll finish this second belt off if I need a second belt line of gears. And I'll just go fix that stuff up quickly with the train. So the gears are stacking up. Get the last one. Actually, one other change I'm going to make. So these have, what? I think that's 10, 40 slots. So if we do 40 by 6, well I guess we'll do 48. So that gives you about 8 slots. So basically the reason why I want to stack limit this is so that these inner ones will fill up and then the outer ones will get a chance. And it just reduces the amount of like useless buffer, because if these are full and these are empty, that's kind of just useless. Just to distribute them a bit without adding a whole bunch more splitters. And I was thinking of upgrading to red belts, but I think actually these miners aren't going to be fast enough for red belts. So this will probably do fine. And first load, so the gears are going to... oh, I didn't even build all the... I actually ran out of inserters, let's just... well, you get the idea though, this is now flowing out, it's going to flow into there, and it's all going to work nicely. In fact, I think as a quick upgrade before I finish off, I will do that second belt line. So that's going to be here. Basically I want to transfer, not that way, from the inner belt to the outer belt as they get used up. So the second belt line will come here. And I'm going to put that same like condition on each of these as it comes along. And yeah, this just runs up and it'll join up to where I showed before. So that's where I'm going to leave it for today. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Got a lot more gears, so got those circuits earlier as well. Got a fair bit of science done, got a little bit of expansion work to do there. And got some more resources coming up, iron ore, more iron ore, copper. I'm going to have to probably explore some more in the car or something to find some circuits. And I might actually have to go for a landfill or something. I'm not sure if this is a lake I can like get around easily or whether I have to build like a bridge. But building a bridge is something I might be able to do. That will be for next time. Next time definitely going to be trying to go for oil next. It's right next to the track there, so I can put another station in. And I am liking the idea of this for the oil, so I'll just come down here, build a junction. But that's all going to be for next time, so I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to like and subscribe and enable your notifications to see the next one.